Line, pastor nearly killed, a gunman on the loose. KXLY4 team coverage starts now. Well, it is being called a miracle in Coeur d'Alene. A pastor gunned down in the parking lot of his own church minutes after ending his Sunday service has somehow survived. And now the police chief says our entire community is extremely lucky yesterday's attack wasn't much worse. Right now, there is an all-out manhunt for this man, 30-year-old Kyle Odom. He is wanted for attempted murder. Police say he's driving a 2004 Honda Accord and should be considered armed and dangerous. Last they knew, he headed towards Spokane and then dropped off police radar. Tonight, the Altar Church pastor Tim Remington is recovering at Kootenai Medical Center. He was shot 6 times, including once in the head. Friends and parishioners say that by the grace of God, he has no brain or spinal damage. We have KXLY4 in-depth coverage of the shooting tonight. Alyssa Donovan has the plans for a vigil this evening. Allie Norton looking at the background of Odom. And we begin with KXLY4's John Hendricks live outside the church where that shooting happened. And John, investigators say right now this attack appears to be random.
That is what they're telling us tonight, and Nadine, they say that it appears to be random but planned out. Police Chief Leif White telling us just a little while ago this could have been a lot worse. The accused gunman sitting inside that church during the service moments before that shooting. Now, as this investigation continues to move forward, this congregation still in a state of shock. The news is still sinking in for hundreds of parishioners at the Altar Church in Coeur d'Alene.
Your heart hurts, but yet it leaps with joy because of the amount of love and support from all over.
24 hours ago, crime scene tape blocked off their place of worship.
There's a lot of people who are hurting really bad right now over this, but a lot of people who are believing that God has a plan.
Coeur d'Alene police say Pastor Tim Remington was shot several times as he left Sunday service. They say the attack appears to be random.
At this point, we think that he acted alone, and we do not have any information on the possible motive for the attack.
They say this man was the gunman, 30-year-old Kyle Andrew Odom. After firing several rounds, police say Odom took off in a silver Honda Accord, leaving the state of Idaho, heading to Washington and possibly south.
I can tell you that he had been at the church prior to the shooting. As far as how much in advance, I'm really not at liberty to speak about right now.
They consider him to be armed and dangerous.
I would tell the community just to remain vigilant. If you see him, please call 911 immediately. We definitely would like to safely apprehend Mr. Odom. We don't want any more violence.
Tonight, parishioners are hoping and praying not only for the pastor's recovery, but the man wanted by police.
It's not just pastor and his healing, but praying for healing for this gentleman too, because for somebody to do that, they would have to be pretty broken.
Parishioners tell us tonight that the Remington continues to improve at Kootenai Medical Center. They say by the grace of God that he's still alive today. Reporting live tonight, John Hendricks, KXLY 4 News.
All right, thank you, John, for that. A decorated Marine with a degree in biochemistry. We have just learned that Kyle Odom also has a history of mental illness, and police say details leading up to his attack are disturbing. We know he was a gifted student in high school and in college, and that his family told police nothing happened that would let them know he was planning the shooting. KXLY4's Allie Norton working for you. She's live at the crime scene, and Allie, Odom's family released a statement today.
Right, Nadine, and they say that they are devastated by what happened on Sunday afternoon. Now, the area behind the church has been the main focus in the investigation for detectives, since that is where the shooting occurred. They're still trying to figure out, though, what led Odom to do this.
Coeur d'Alene police say they're still trying to figure out why this church and this pastor were the target of a Sunday afternoon attack. The man who they believe holds the answers has been on the run ever since. 30-year-old Kyle Andrew Odom was last seen on church surveillance video leaving in his 2004 Honda Accord, then picked up on highway cameras heading into the Spokane area.
I think like anybody else, they're upset. I can't tell you that there was any one thing that they would have pointed to right now and said, oh, we saw this was coming or something like that. They have been fully cooperative with law enforcement personnel.
His family released this statement to KXLY. Our family is devastated by Sunday's events. We are praying for Pastor Tim, his family, and his continued recovery. We are also praying for Kyle's safe return to get the help he needs. The family did not elaborate on what, if any, issues he suffers from, but police said today that he does have a history of mental illness, and police aren't sure what he's been doing in Coeur d'Alene the last 2 years. We do know that Odom graduated from Lake City High School in 2004. 2 years later, he served in the United States Marine Corps. After 4 years in the service, he studied biochemistry at the University of Idaho, and he graduated with honors. And that wasn't his only achievement. According to the Marine Corps, he was awarded 5 medals: a Good Conduct Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal, Sea Service Deployment Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, and the National Defense Service Medal. We asked police if the military history was part of their investigation.
Yes, ma'am, we're looking into it.
And since Coeur d'Alene police do not know his motive and they did not recover the gun used at the scene, they are considering him armed and dangerous, and that is why they are insistent if you know of his whereabouts or have any information on the shooting, please call 911. Reporting live in Coeur d'Alene tonight, I'm Allie Norton, KXLY 4 News.
Thank you, Allie, for that.